Hi guys, so I'm back with the updated top 10 male dancers for me right now because I think people were asking for it. You're dying for it, so here it is. It's number 10, Utah. Now, Utah's never been on any of my lists before, but I think as I've been filming reactors on my channel and I've pointed it out, I've noticed his uniqueness in his groove and effortlessness, and he acts like he doesn't care, but he's suave. That's what Utah is, in a way that's natural and you can't teach it. You either have it or you don't, and he has it. So yeah. Number 9, my king, my leader, Hong Jung. Hong Jung's performance, which is crazy because I know he hasn't got a dance position, but this is what 80s is about. I've just noticed him recently, more so during my 80s deep dive, especially in Gorilla, how extended his lines are and how just he commits to the dance move, each move. He's very clean, he's graceful, he's quick, he's got swag, but he's also in control. I was sleeping on him, but even his stage presence, I was like, okay, he is one of my favorite dancers. And I think just because he's such a great rapper, people don't notice his dance skill as much, and because he's in 80s, like everyone dances. But a lot of people, when I've shown them KQ fellas or whatever, and you can't see, they're like, who's that? He has a way that he moves that is just, he has the charisma and the swag, and he's a great mover. He's a natural dancer. So number 9. Number 8, underrated Alan from Gravity. I saw Gravity live at Haley Pop Fest, and from thousands of meters away, I was like, who is that man? He dances, he's similar to Shotaro in a sense. He has this like groove, hip hop bass, like he's just like having fun, kind of like that funk, that style. He stands out to me all the time. I want Gravity to get more successful because he needs to be spoken about. Don't sleep on Alan. Number 7, my boy, Jungwon. Jungwon is growing into one of the best dancers in the 4th gen, like definitely one of the best, no cap. He is so, like, the power that he has, and that's what I always talk about when I'm watching him, when I'm watching an hype and dance practice, because he just has this ferocity that you don't see in, like, well, now you start to see more of it, but for someone so young, I'm like, this boy's 17, but he's just there. He's just, but then he has also great flexibility and fluidity, and personality, and he dances like Jungwon. He doesn't dance like anyone else, which is what I love about him as well, and what makes him such a standout. So Jungwon, you're my number 7. Before I've spoken about Nicki and Heesung, and now he's like, now when I watch, although I'm still in love with Heesung and Nicki, just something about Jungwon, I'm just like, he's just exciting. For the people that don't know about DKB, which the whole group, their dance line is insane, but Harry June, who I think is a maknae, wow. You can tell he loves dancing, he loves moving, the joy in his face, it's just natural. And I'm starting to develop, I enjoy seeing these kind of dancers now who are kind of like hip hop in feel, which is also becoming more popular in K-pop as well, but they have this bounce and this street feel in how they're moving. So it's not always super clean and it's not always super technical looking, but they just have this energy. You want to see him as a standout, check out their Work Hard choreo video. He's wearing black with like green writing on his pants. And you see some of his other members in there killing it as well. The one in the red top, and there's a few, but yeah, Harry Jun, my G. Once again, I feel like he's always on my list. Jin Young from CIX as well. I saw him live and at Haley Pop Fest, and Jesus, he, after Kai, was the strongest performer that I saw, like out of SF9, Gravity, who else was there? Obviously CIX, was there any other boy groups? I think that's it. I was like, wow, because the thing about Jin Young is he gives to his fingertips, and also he's in control of every part of his body in a way that's just like fluid once again, but also sharp, and he can be very clean with his lines, but then that doesn't restrict him. He just, yeah, Jin Young, man. Jin Young can do any choreo, like that man can dance. So yeah, he's still on my top 10, and I still see him up and coming, and I just will not stop talking about him. He needs to be spoken about a lot more. He's sick. Dino. I don't think I have spoken about Dino before in my previous video, but he's still there because 17 are still active, and I'm still seeing him develop and grow in front of our eyes. Dino is an insane mover. Dino's musicality, and that's something I've learned from K-pop Deep Dive when she's spoken about Dino. Dino is the level of detail in how he hits movements is something that I've learned a lot from that channel as well. And I'm just like, okay, I loved Dino before, but now it's even more so. I need him to do either an Artist of the Month. I know he's on his Danceologies, but I don't think people know how amazingly technical and powerful he is as a dancer. Him and Jungwon are like my power-based. I see them more as like power dancers and very strength-based, and they have heavy like footing and landing, but they're also free and they're fast and they play with like musicality. So yeah, Dino, you already know. I think a lot of people obviously would know Dino. So, but yeah, please don't forget about him when talking about your top dancers, because I feel like people don't, and that needs to change. Number 3, someone else who's also underrated, Changmin, aka Q from The Boys. Oh my god, this man, yeah, is a beast. Like, I feel like this list is very solid, I must say. It's a very solid list. But Q, yeah, is, for someone so cute, I think he is where I'm seeing Jungwon in a couple of years. Like, no, to be fair, Jungwon is not far from him, but in terms of, I don't know how to put it into words. I don't know how to describe it. Q's assuredness is what it is, which I think Jungwon is assured, but he has to compromise, and I feel like he might hold back a little bit, or maybe there's a difference. Maybe because he's still younger, he doesn't want to just completely like steal the show. Whereas I feel like with Q, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Boom! Like he's kicking for that wall, kicking for the door, and just dancing. And he doesn't hold back at all. So keep your eye on him. I know everyone talks about Jiyeon. Jiyeon is great as well. But for me, Q is where it's at. Also, Sunwoo is, I think, my number 2 as well. And I like the way that those two move. But yeah, keep your eye on Q. Phenomenal dancer. And just amazing ferocity and amazing technicality as well. Jongin, Kai. Now, I wanted to add him in this list because I did, in my other videos, In my first top 10 video, he was like an honorary mention, and in my other videos, I spoke about like my unpopular opinions on main dancers, and still agree with a lot of what I said in that video, and I'm happy to say that Kai's solos, especially the Peaches era, did I say that weird? Peaches. Especially the Peaches era. That sounds like a weird word. Anyway, he showed what I've always wanted to see from him, which is the softer choreo. So my issue with him was always the hard strength, because he always felt tense, and especially in boy group choreo, like it's like strong. But what I loved with the Peaches era was how that choreo is probably in my top 5 choreos I've seen in all of K-pop. Like, he really showcased his musicality amazingly, like some of the footwork he does in that choreo, and the speed at which he moves, the speed and grace in which he moves, and that grace and the softness. And I'm like, this is what I've always wanted, because I always used to say, I know when Kai is chilling with his friends and they've had a drink and he starts dancing, it's probably the most magical thing you ever see. So that's what I always wanted to see, and I think Peaches gave me that. And his album, I'm looking forward to it, because I think he's still going in that direction more, and I love that he's exploring different ways of moving. So now I'm like, yeah, I've always known he was a great dancer, but I've just not always connected to him, which I will stand by that. But now with these solos, I'm like, okay, I'm connecting and I'm loving every moment of it. So Kai, my G, my Don, everyone knows how great of a dancer he is, so I don't need to talk about him too long. Man, Shotaro, and it's obvious. I mean, everyone, of course, knows how amazing he is, but when he did the connection, and also when he did that solo 1 minute thing, I'm gonna need, and also when he performed at SM Town with the other 4, I'm gonna need SM to take him out of jail and really give him a fixed unit, please, sir, right now, because just I actually can't. Talking about him is, I don't know if that's this footage just the footage would just put my point across better than what I'm doing, because we all know how amazing he is. We know the power in his movement. What he did in the universe dance practice was rude. Everyone I showed within 2 seconds, they're like, who's that with a dark green jumper? He's a dancer's dancer. That dancer, ultimate dance, like just dancer. So very pro dancer, uninhibited, free, playful. Just I just can't. What I'm looking forward to seeing from him is more graceful, beautiful, like delicate moves, similar to how I felt about Kai, but not as much. But I would like to see Shotaro do something a bit softer. I don't know if he can do anything contemporary or modern, but not particularly that as well. But more of a taste of how Taemin does contemporary modern, where it still feels very commercialized, but with more classical taste. I would like to see something like that from Shotaro. But please, when he's out of jail and SM really puts him in NCT Tokyo and that shines, I can't wait for the dance practices. That is my new top 10. Obviously, Taemin is still my ultimate. He's just, at war, so I have to showcase new people, but also speak about old ones again. But also I've got multiple videos about Taemin, so no one's touching him. Like, that man is in a level, he's a god. These are just the others that I also still love and always will love. So I hope you enjoyed this updated video. Let me know who your top 10 are. Yeah, peace.